Well, Nyx Assassin's going to get the stun in 3 seconds, and Rune's going to spawn, so Moon knows. He's already used his first stun. There's a secondary one. Fire Carapace trying to stop it, but Alchemist gets the bounty rune, so it's more than a good value for it. Top lane, Mind Control, surrounded on 3 sides. Fireflies up on the hillside. Resolution's actually burning here. He has to waveform away. Kuro will rotate over, puts down the tombstone with the double decay. Misery's low. Mind Control can keep fighting here. Misery needs more movement speed out of here. You got a decay up in 2 seconds time, and the zombies just kept slowing him down. Another decay with 4 sticky napalm charges. They can keep going on Oracle. They got illusions from Kuro, so diving into the tower is no problemo. As Zaska keeps running out, he actually uses Fortune's End to get himself out of here, and the Batrider Resolution will get a revenge kill, and they can hold Kuro between the towers. Now he'll have to run down south. Misery, a penitent man, shall he pass? Fortune's End's off cooldown in 1 second time, so that can be prepared, and that will in fact be the kill. Resolution did the initial damage with the waveform. So Team Liquid, it looked like they're going to turn around what was a really good gank, but then for Fada, he can't get down to the bot lane, which is exactly where Weehara is going to jump in. Jirax with the adapted strike, the Chakra was almost enough to kill him off. So now DC can attack. Fada can't come home. This is a tier 3 tower guaranteed. Mind Control, try and slow things down, throwing out the Firefly. Decay as well from Undying, something DC has to keep in mind, but while Matolman, Troll trapped up, doesn't feel too comfortable. Alchemist still running down, he's coming through the mid lane at the moment. The Undying Tombstone trying to keep it alive, won't happen however, even with the help of the Soul Rip. Move's also coming in.
What a sneaky maneuver from Move to secure this T3 and perhaps even lane for them.
They can just keep going for more. False promise on Weeha. They're protected, being healed up. They can actually send him back if they want to, and then he can just BT back the front lines if he does drop down too low. But Fada out so far, Chemical Rage is wearing off. The Chen has dropped down, they get the drag back thanks to Lasso. Weeha will go down, but Tummelman gets himself a double kill. They're moving for more, they're moving for Moo. If they can reach him up the hill and far away. Away from the Liquid lineup. They repel the invade. Tumberman. They got the observer ward, so he sees Misery. So Matumban jumps over, tries to get the slow, but then the Centaur stops, holds him in position. In comes Weehara as well. They can go for the Ursa, and Rage will trigger a big double stun coming in from Jirax. The fight was split a little bit. Oracle does drop. He said Mind Control was looking for him. It was the Alchemist of Fada that gets the kill. And now Nyx Assassin, Spire Carapace, double stun's all he wants. The Batrider will claim one of his own, and Weeha hexed up, stunned up. Finger of Death has already been triggered, so they don't have the burst damage against Weeha. But Resolution, he's got a knee blade online, brings down Mind Control. That Timber Chain not working perfectly for Weeha, so Kuro tries to walk it off. Fada, for some reason, is just cutting the line. I say for some reason, he actually managed to find the Chen.
Taken by the undertow.
Now Morphling's officially ready.
His E-Blade, nice dodge from Fada. Easy mana style dodge to E-Blade, just dodge the adaptive strike, but he's got a concoction against Weeha. As Jirax drains out the mana. They're looping in, so DC, they're going to wrap around the back line. Observer Ward down, Liquid, they get inside the pit, but now they realize that Fada is not alone. Timber Chain over, they're going to split up the fight, the back line, catching up 3 heroes of DC. Zaska has to actually ulti himself to stay alive. Support's coming in, they decay, you can say goodbye to Misery. Is there more damage? It's actually over on Kuro. It's the damage that Weehara is doing, but Kuro stays alive with the great Soul Rip. This fight is split in multiple parts, Moose slowing down the bottom, thanks to his Spike Carapace, but Matumberman can finally bring in some extra damage. The TP out as Weeha. He's actually holding back on the sidelines. Now he can rejoin. The Mind Control wants to go for more. He does not have a lasso. Kuro's being hunted by Weeha. Dodges the Chakram. But Fada comes in with the extra stun. Weeha, 20 reactive armor charges up at the moment. They need more damage. They need more control. They're actually hiding underneath the acid spray. Having to retreat back out, Matama, chasing up to Weeha. Kuro giving the decay. He's got so many charges stolen that DC doesn't have a lot of life to work with, but it's still enough for Weeha to kill off the Ursa. Mind Control wants to get more. Fada can't reach him. Now Weeha with the Chakram down. There's your vision. Stun will connect, or no one won't. You'll step her up, allowing Weeha to survive a little bit longer. They got Finger of Death developed from Jirax, but it's not even required. The fight lasts so long, you're even capable of respawning and bringing in more damage. Now Fada with his Son of Misery, they can put the finger to work, bringing down the Chen. The mech, no, it'll keep the
smoke up into their base. However, they do not have any BKBs. So fighting the Timbersaw and Next Assassin, Morphling going to be very difficult if they don't have vision before them. Matoma Man just waiting up the hill. Moo, is he going to walk into it?
Yeah, he does. They jump in. They spike Carapace, however, breaking him free. Now the double chakras is going to work. The Geometry Side's already on the deck because Bat Rider exploded. Weehaw will join him, however, in the afterlife. Perfect finger of death, and now it is going to work over to the Oracle in the trees. They can go into the base as well. Look for a Raxing time. The Spike Carapace will be available, but that's only if the Nick Assassin can remain alive. Misery, move! Element just gets a triple kill. Screwed Barter. That Ursa's doing the work. They got pressure being applied to the bottom lane by Res.
Easy, can turn it on. But let's see how they approach this. No buyback quite yet on Alchemist. Just needs maybe 1 or 2 more creeps, or better yet, a Rex.
Keep your eyes on the vision game. Tombstone will be dropped nice and early. Spike Carapace already there. Fada stunned up number 1. Look at the E-blade pop. Fada gets ripped apart. They're trying to keep alive with the solar. And a huge triple stun from T-Rex. It's still not enough. You've got Liquid in very deep underneath the T4 towers. They get through the Oracle, but now Weehaw, he has to buy back so he can go to work again. Morphling, Resolution, still untouched throughout this fight. Can they please kill that Tombstone as well? That's a good, nice thing to do. As Weehaw, he can't reach the 2 retreating Team Liquid players. Or maybe he can. Chakra back off cooldown, slowing down Matoma. He can chain the second one now, playing leapfrog with the blades of steel after Matoma. Chain forward, whirling death off cooldown at the moment. Jirax needs to stun him up, give a little bit of space, but now the Nyx Assassin, he misses on the stun. They'll split the Aegis now. Morphling is a replicate, so he's gonna jump into that. They join the fight, Matoma gets exploded. Morphling gets the kill, so even more money to Resolution. And then looking at mid lane, they can just actually rotate the bottom. There's a buyback available for the Ursa. DC also push in the mid. Resolution keeps going on this top lane. They don't just want to commit to him just yet. Kuro can start stealing a little bit of the life. As Resolution, he just dives in, finds the first kill. Mind control, he'll drive back Sasuke, so there's no Oracle save, but Resolution is just so big. He's beating the crap out of Kuro. He'll focus now onto the ranks. 3 heroes still down for Liquid. The BKB is worn off from Vada, so he has to be careful with the Nyx Assassin on the field. To walk into that acid spray, get an extra stun if he's not careful. But the top melee ranked is gone. Megas, DC have almost claimed them. Resolution still alive for the moment. Pushed out, but Matoma jumps down. Will it be enough damage? He rips through him. That E-blade sail, it wasn't enough. Not with the Fusel Blade. He took it off quickly. And now Morphling is down. Buyback is available. They want to try and finish this now, DC. Especially with the bash into Weehaw. But Tomaman, he needs to find more. The Lotus Orb won't protect him from anything. In fact, he may even have enough for a Lanzu. 10 mana away. Or he could just have huge amounts of damage from the Ursa. One Neely Rack survives in the mid lane. Is the only reason why DC just... And they're going for it. They're actually going after the tier 4 tower. Spike Carapace from Move. Again, stunning up Vada. Thanks to that Radiance being turned on. Lotus to protect him. Matoma chasing him after Misery. Misery, he can't survive. The buyback to Marble. Now Morphling. Resolution back to the world of the living. He needs to do some work here. Matoma is fairly low. And that's a good target for the E-blade. They can see him underneath the towers with the adaptive strike in the waveform forward. Matoma, he's still up. For Resolution, focused on Jirax. They're going to be Earth grab too. And the B team back in again. Liquid want to finish this game if they possibly can. But DC holds strong. Another triple stun available. But Tomaman breaks free with the BKB. His range is up. He's just being kited. Moo firing up. He's looking for another stun. He'll get it on Vada. Concoction is brewing, but then Vada will dodge it underneath the tier 4s. But Vada losing too much life too quickly. They have enough. Waveform up. Resolution doing the deep. He can keep going to the chakras. Throws the moment. Tomaman and Koro. You lose the Morphling. The buyback's available. That's the reason why they waited so long. So they can have 2 Morphlings in this fight. Kuro's in trouble too. He will drop it. GG! Liquid will call it just shy of the hour mark. They have no more heroes to defend with. They knew the game was DC's.
Victory.
And they take it. Game number 1 of this 2-game series. Could have gone anywhere at the end there.
MVP Radiance.
Whew. It's a question mark. Did the item hurt them more than it helped them? MVP Nyx Assassin.
MVP Nyx Assassin. I don't even think Moo played like particularly.
They're near the Ancients. The Wolves are farming up. They would have seen the Vlad's aura for a moment, but they find a better one. It's going to be Koro. Quick jump in. Resolution. Koro Spike Carapace won't save him. The jump forward from Mind Control. They don't find anything apart from a roar on Mind Control. Next he's focusing him down. Another jump in. Resolution will find a double kill. Matubberman is on the run. They tried to get back in there and fight.
God, Resolution has been such a beast this entire series.
Send Wolves with him.
Resolution in the mid lane.
He just used his Dark Fact.
He has Aegis. Who cares?
Yeah, true. Is she building a Lincoln's? I thought he'd go Scardy because he's just so far ahead.
He knows
building
that
a
they see him,
Lincoln's.
Something strange is happening, he says.
Yeah, but they're jumping. Blink, Lasso, catching out Misery. They bring down the Bounty Hunter, even with the attempted swap. Won't be enough. The Moonlight Show trying to give that protection too, but Weeha, the Aghanim Scepter, dropping down the damage, but upheaval. DC having a hard time getting out of this one. Omnislash doing most of the work to kill off the BS. They've done great work here, Team Liquid, but can they keep it up? Resolution into the Shadow Dance. He can pounce himself over the hill, but not far enough away. He'll come back in again. Team Liquid won't see him as nighttime. Vision restricted.
And finally, they get a good fight.
That sentry's still there. Liquid, they hit the scan. They know the DC is coming up to them. They come underneath that sentry ward. Resolution misses the pounce. Matubberman gonna get the Necro units off, and he moves over towards Misery. Again, the Bounty Hunter is target number one, but G-Rex gets hit by an arrow. Wonderful swap out by the VS, but it's still not enough. Misery gets hunted down. Back over to the main area of the fight where the arrow connected. DC unable to capitalize on Matubberman. So quick in dog form. Already running back over to Moo. He'll trigger his own Necro books. They try and better bomb them up. Not really enough damage. Raw on Matubberman. The wolf form has worn off. In through the rear. Resolution goes to work. The rocks will drop. But where is the damage with the lasso? They keep Resolution in position. They have enough with the Starfall from Weeha. Team Liquid, they're splitting the damage up. Already with a 3-for-2 trade-off.
He has another volley of Starfalls, though, if they stay too long.
Well, they're here. There goes one Starfall. And the second set, but not enough damage. Leaps away. They get the Vengeful Spirit. Weeha's out, but
Moo had the gem that fight. He got Omni Slash by Fada, and Fada ended up...
They drop a fresh sentry in case Kuro comes in closer. But Roshan's almost down. While they're thinking about ganking over on Kuro, Roshan is going to be picked out. Someone gets the Aegis Immortal, and DC are in a bad spot. Maybe with the initiation on Kuro, they can get the early advantage. Mind control jumps forward. They're going to find Misery, so it's an Invis hero for an Invis hero. Thanks to the Necro books, they can keep the vision up. Maybe not so easy once they lose one to the arrow that Marana was able to connect with, and man, they're not even committing a real hero. They just want the Necro books to hit him, but they can't finish the job. They've got the movement speed available. All guys in the meantime, Raw a little bit further up, over on Matubberman. They lock him and control him in the lane. So Aegis Immortal, or he's going to break. He does not have his ulti form. The arrow a little bit too early, so Matubberman doesn't get hit by that, but it won't matter. There is no escaping. And that's now a minute on the side. Oh, here they come. There's
Might be looking for a lasso, though. We see a couple heroes smoked around to the right side. Mind control ready to pounce.
There it is. He gets the jump, and he found a big one. He found Moo. They want to hold him in position with the flame break into Omni Slash. Vision, he stay up. Kuro comes in for the extra double comes. The extra books have been triggered. They spin forward in the rock column. Nice position. The Vengeful Spirit will drop as well. But Resolution still up. Matubberman trying to do something about that. Chasing that little cloud to the side. He pounces back into Roshan, so Resolution is away. A 3-for-2 trade-off as Weeha was able to track down Kuro. DC, they smoke.
Respawn.
That'll let him come in close. It'll at least stop Weeha from having an easy blink to Hex. With the Aegis Immortal, he's able to do that. They're thinking about wrapping around the back of Misery. Blink last, but a very quick swap for the VS. Kuro's trapped outside. He will explode, and this could be the pickoff that gives DC the fight. Until Fatal Bonds, Weeha's actually dying because there's still damage being done to Sasuke. They actually bring down almost all of them. The blink away from Weeha, he'll survive. Tumman's on the chase with the Necropooks down. They need the vision over on Misery. Gematruside's there for mind control too. And Misery locked. He'll trigger off the quick heal. The arrow will fly in too, but the spin from Fada, he doesn't care. Weeha plays king of the hill, but the damage isn't going to be enough. There's still gems on the deck. The damage to Fada. Resolution, he has enough. They'll find the monster kill. Still buyback available for Fada. Liquid can... The Wolf from Liquid is scouting out the movement of DC quite nicely. And again, they don't have a sentry ward, so they're able to get away with that jump forward from Kuro. He misses his target. Weeha follows up with the Hex Matubberman in dog form. He's chasing down Moo. They want that Beastmaster gone, but also at the same time, Fada away from the creep wave. Now he can let rip on the ultimate. They come down. DC coming closer. Where is that Omni Slash? Where is that damage output? It's not there yet. Resolution waiting to kill off Kuro. Now the rock will drop with the upheaval and the fatal bonds. The damage output is just not there. Resolution can jump more. G-Rex trying to TP back, an inch back to his fountain. It won't happen. Liquid have lost too many. It is GG as Team Liquid get 2-0'd out by DC. And a very perilous situation awaits them in the middle part of the bracket going into the last rounds. The last rounds of the group stage for them.
Or tiebreakers.
Before the before the tiebreakers.
DC, they did not look good in the upcoming or the months prior to TI. June